Hello, I'm Aubrey Shepherd on the 6th of July 2015, and John Rule here's to help with the pictures and enjoy them. Blue hair streak, John. That's
Beautiful,
obviously cropped
That
because
is a
those
great
babies
shot.
are tiny. Look at that little wren. She's got a
Yes,
nest in
right.
that red bud tree. It's a mostly dead red bud. I mean,
Right. That's
that's
very
a dead
convenient. A
part.
moth.
Well, no, that's a silver streak.
Oh, right. It doesn't
Skipper.
have its wings up.
And yeah, and he's pretty cute. This is
Dayflower
a dayflower and
held by.
Burnetta.
Ah,
And Burnetta Hinterthuer is a biologist, a teacher at the college in Bentonville.
right.
And she can identify all these flowers quite well. And she was doing so on this little outing with
Right,
me
I've
this
seen her
morning
do it, too.
at Pinnacle Foods, wet prairie. That was a pencil flower, the little orange thing.
Mm-hmm.
And here we have heel all plant. And here we have, what are those called?
I don't know in this case.
Okay, in this case, that's her finger with she called it a western daisy. And that thing we didn't identify, I can't identify this. She told me what that one was too, but I'm not sure. But anyway, it was interesting enough. And this is adjusted a little bit for color, but it turned out really bright, and I'm not sure what, it's the top of a grass species. Okay, now we're on a
With a beetle working on it.
on a milkweed. That's the Asclepias, not Hortella. This is Asclepias verticillata
Oh, my.
milkweed, and it's very important to what species?
Well, butterflies and monarchs.
Monarch butterflies in particular,
and
because
black
they're,
and orange.
yeah, that's the little some kind of ladybug family. But anyway, these.
I'm not sure about that one. I think you're right.
Okay, this is the second monarch I've seen this year.
Yeah, it's really scary.
And that's why we've got quite a few pictures of it. And it's using this Asclepias verticillata.
Verticillata, yeah.
Yes, the very small milkweed. And maybe we'll see if that's a male or female if it turns around so we can see it better. But I didn't want to get close to it. I mean, I was zooming to get these pictures, and because I didn't want it to leave, I thought
Right.
it's the only one I've seen since April the 19th.
Yeah,
Saw
don't
one
scare it
for a very
away,
short
yeah,
time
right.
at World Peace Wetland Prairie, and this is
Yeah,
just
I
near
remember
there.
that.
Okay, there's a little skipper on there, and a lot of species use milkweeds, but the monarch is the main one we're concerned about because their caterpillars have to have any species of
The only
milkweed.
way they can reproduce.
That's that simple. And if they can't find milkweed, they don't reproduce. And so that's why why milkweed in general is so important. And I photographed quite a bit, several species of milkweed, 4, 5, 6 total, I guess, this spring,
Right.
and never had a monarch on one of them so far till today. And there it is. So that's new hope for the monarchs if they keep showing up, and if a lot of them show up in September, October, and
Right.
even in November, and send the generation south to
Right,
Mexico, then
right.
maybe the numbers will go up. But they're still, much lower than they were 3, 4, 5 years ago. And we hope they did go up last year a little, I believe, from the previous year, but nobody's got any strong thoughts on it yet because we just don't know what'll happen.
It's really daunting to think
So
about.
there was my best close-up, and anyway, that monarch is really special to me. I wish I could have made more pictures, but he finally flew off after I kept snapping and getting a little closer and a little closer. And But
I think they're more shy when they're scarce, maybe.
yeah, well, I hope they are smart enough to stay away from people and birds and trucks and
Right,
everything
all that
flying
stuff.
across down the highway that'll smash them.
Right.
You know, that's where a lot of our butterflies go. You run
Right.
on these big freeways and you stop at a rest stop, and there'll be
Right.
butterflies in the summer lying on
looks
the
like a
ground
little
around,
wasp
stuck on the
to me,
cars.
that's like,
Yeah, it's
insect.
some kind of wasp-looking creature, but I don't know what he was. That's Burnetta holding a Sporanthe species of orchid. Look at this bug. See that big green bug?
I do.
And then on the other one, there was a little grasshopper.
All right.
Okay, that's Sabatia.
Oh, right.
Until next time,
Right.
it's Aubrey asking John.
Yeah.
Let's do it right next time. See you. John Rule, here are photos made from Sunday, this 5th, I believe. Let's see what they look like.
Right.
5th of July, 2015.
Wow.
Here's a tiny bird, and I made a lot of pictures of it, and I hope we're not going to show them all because I put too many on the thing here. But anyway, it preened, and it was just beautiful and really neat. And and of course, this was a zoomed shot, and I was sitting down on the porch of a friend, and it really allowed me to zoom and
That's
keep
great.
it focused on it. Okay, here is
Passion flower.
Passiflora lutea, the tiny passion vine. And you see how big its foliage is. Well, that's
Right.
not really big foliage. You know, the other passion vine, the one most people are used to seeing, has much bigger foliage and split more than that.
Right.
And
Beautiful damselfly.
yes, and I'm proud to have that one on here because
You should be.
I was actually sitting on the ground trying to hold
Even
the
its
camera
shadow is
still.
perfect.
Yeah, well, that's good.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, they are wonderful little creatures. So we'll just roll along and see what we see besides damselflies. We'll see some dragonflies maybe as well. And they're just popular with nature lovers.
The
And
12 spots and the whitetails
we
are
got
back.
a lot of those here.
Lots of those.
But I think they are a classic wetland species.
Yeah,
I mean,
they
they're
really are.
mostly around in the creek bottom, in the beds,
Do a lot of good.
wherever they can get on prairies. And there's more passion vine, Passiflora lutea, and I made a lot of those because, you know, it's the second week we've had pictures of them, I guess. And well, maybe I didn't even have them the previous week, but anyhow, they're special. And when you see the big passion flower in a few seconds here, maybe, you can see how similar these are, and also how different they are.
How different they are. and the
I
fruits are
guess
different.
if I were serious about the photography aspect of this, I would actually pick one of these, which they only last a day, and
Right.
then you see them, they start to go to create a seed, and some new ones bloom on that pine. So here's
There's the beauty.
the Passiflora, what is it? About grandeur, it's about a cross. It's Passiflora,
Corona or something? Or
no? What's a cross?
I don't remember offhand at the moment.
Passion flower, it's
Right.
to do with the cross. Okay.
Oh, yeah, right.
Okay,
Cross.
yeah, anyway, that's
And
the
crown of
passion
thorns,
flower that
yeah.
most people know, and it really is bigger. It's not as big as this screen,
Is that a bumblebee?
and well, it may be a carpenter bee.
Yeah, I think you're right.
You see how dark the
Right,
back
yeah,
is?
There are a lot of those around. too,
Yeah, and
Beautiful.
these bees of any kind will work on these, but bumblebees, and that whole bumblebee family goes nuts over
Right.
them. And this happened to be a carpenter bee working, and you'll see them. Oh, I do wish I think I'll do that, John. I think I'll I'll get one of the small ones and one of these and put them on
Side by
a
side.
piece of paper so you can see the size and.
Yeah,
and,
right. That would
see
be great.
This, okay, I figured out what the name of that is, and it's in the mint family, and I can't remember the name, but that is color adjusted because in the light that I had when I was making the picture, it wasn't showing very much pink. It looked like it was just a
Well,
white
it's showing a lot
stem.
there, it's beautiful.
Yeah, and there's a top of one of those with an insect that's.
Looks kinda like a soldier bug or.
He's a predatory.
One of the kind you're not supposed to handle, I think. I think it's.
No, I don't know.
An assassin bug, soldier
Yeah,
bug.
yeah, not quite.
One of those two.
I don't know. It's okay. Okay, here's the tiny milkweed, climbing milkweed vine. See those leaves?
Yep.
And this one's growing up in a construction site.
Oh,
See ya.
see ya.
Hello, John Rule.
Oh,
Let's see some flowers from
right.
Fayetteville, Arkansas. Do you have any idea what that is? See the bugs on it? The little
I do.
spider.
That looks kind of like an aphid, one of the cottony aphid family. I don't know how large it was.
I don't know what that flower is.
Uh-huh.
Okay, this is fog fruit, and it's one of my favorite tiny flowers. Those are very small, and I got down low to get them. This bug's on a ambrosia plant, a giant ragweed, and you'll see a
Fantastic.
smaller version of it. Here you go.
Right.
That's not cropped. And you can't see the colors as well, but you can still see the body shape. Ambrosia plant just collects all kinds of pollinators. Okay, here's,
And bird.
well, this is actually in the elderberry,
Right.
and it's sitting on,
Yeah, I
an
see
old
the
wheel.
elderberry structure, twig structure.
And the elderberry, between those two, you get a lot of life on there, and the birds eat in there. Here's another little wren.
Right.
And it's on an old rusty wheelbarrow.
Looks good. Could be framed and sold.
Well, maybe to somebody that loves old wheelbarrows,
Well, people like lots of old things.
old
now.
rusty things. Everybody likes some of them. They don't just,
Wow,
not
this
everybody
looks
keeps them.
like destruction.
Yeah, they're digging out a water line. See some water down the bottom?
I
There's a
do.
water leak. This is off
Brown water.
15th Street
Yeah.
in South Fayetteville. And you see that black rich dirt that they're digging out from around it. And here are the guys on the side helping. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guys. A guy operating the thing, a guy over here supervising. You know, they're pretty intense on these sites. They've got to watch that they don't break any of the other lines that go
Right,
through there.
right.
So see how far it's like, gosh, I'm not sure, it could be 15 feet that
I see, on
digger.
down there.
It's certainly more than that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's certainly more than normal.
Right.
This guy at the senior center had his dog walking, and he's a painter and been out painting, and he had to walk his dog. So I told him, I said, it's not because you're pretty, it's because that dog is beautiful. Okay, here's a blue dragonfly,
Right.
and it's one of those things that's hard to capture. And see, it was over a pond, hanging out over a pond.
Right.
But you see nothing but blue sky in the background. It looks like I had somebody hold a piece of.
I think they're one of
blue
the
paper
few
behind it.
insects that can fly backward with great alacrity.
Oh, that's a good thing when the bird's after you, isn't it?
Right.
But anyway, that was
Beautiful detail. That's
that
great.
was delightful.
See all the wing veining and everything.
So I really go for those when I hold it still enough. I'm not sure what this is. It looks like it's a leaf that's
And a leaf that's
turned orange,
for some
and it was a
reason.
rainy day, so it had some
Right,
raindrops on it. It just had to photograph it.
right.
And here may be that same bird we were talking about before that was preening and so forth. And
I can't tell what this is. Is that be a young catbird or something? I can't imagine.
I don't know. It looked like a young something. But this time of year, you see these
Right.
things that look like they should still be in a nest.
Right.
Till next time, this is Aubrey Shepherd and John Ruin
Bye-bye.
saying, do your part, keep the water
Please
clean,
do
the air
your
pure,
part.
and the woods green. See you.